Okay, in front of me is a closed road, but more importantly, in front of me is the set of Pluribus. And I'm here to tell the internet, it's not Hank Schrader's house. And I found this using AI. How did I do it? Let's dive in. Welcome to the set of Pluribus. This is it. This is where Carol lives. A few things to point out. First of all, this ain't Hank's house. In fact, this is about 30 minutes west of Hank's house. And I should point out now, I'm like 99% certain that these are just sets left over from filming, but just in case people actually live here, I'm not going to give out the exact address. But I will say it is in the northwest corner of Albuquerque and has a fantastic view of the Sandia mountain range. So, you might be wondering how I got set on this goose chase to find the set of Pluribus. It's actually this New York Times article. Hold on, I'll show you. So, this is the article that started this whole thing. Pluribus is a singular vision of a tedious utopia in the New York Times. But before we even scroll down, look at that. You can look at that view, and I can tell you right now, that ain't Hank's view. This is Hank's view. This is a completely different view. I am 30 minutes away from the set of Pluribus right now. Also, I'm in Hank's neighborhood right now. Those are the Sandias. Look at how close they are to me. No, it's in it, guys. It's not Hank's house. I found it. Okay, so you might be wondering, Carl, how do you know this is the set of Pluribus? Well, there are a few ways. First of all, follow me here with the camera. Look at this mountain range. That is the Sandias. To my right, we have the south. To my left, we have the north. Look at the trailer. I'll splice it in here. This is the same shot. Now, there are other things. Another way I know this. Behind me is a closed road. Recently, an article in the New York Times came out reviewing Pluribus. The article specifically mentions that they built 7 houses at the end of a cul-de-sac that were all up to code. Now, what does that mean? That means there had to be filings. There had to be some kind of documentation that these houses exist. And do you want to know what's at the end of this closed road that happens to have a police officer stationed in front of it? There are 7 houses, completely cut off from everything else. That's clue number 2. The third way that we know this is the set of Pluribus is actually because of what's not here. It's very dry. And you know what you need to combat that? Water. And you know what was filed here? A water permit by a company called Wycaro 339. Now, if that name sounds familiar, that was the production code of Pluribus. And do you know that what is exactly where that permit is filed? A strange cul-de-sac with 7 homes, just like mentioned in the article, isolated from everything else. So, as we're driving here, I just wanted to take a moment to kind of talk about how I use Gemini to find the set of Pluribus. And what's really cool about Gemini is it's multimodal. So you can feed it all kinds of information. You can feed it images, video, audio, text, and it can decipher all of that. So what I did was I took the New York Times article that reviewed the show Pluribus. I fed that to Gemini. I took any of the images that were in that article. I fed those to Gemini. And then I was able to go and feed the trailers for the show to Gemini. And that gave it not only a visual reference point, but also it was able to use the details from that New York Times article to help inform it. But the key thing with this is the way that you prompt Gemini. In this case, I told it to act like a world-class geoguesser. And then I supplied it with all that information. And that's how we ended up here in the middle of nowhere in Albuquerque on the set of Pluribus. Okay, so behind me, I have to be very quick here. That is the Pluribus house. There are police here, there is security. But guys, we found the Pluribus house. I'll take some shots here. I'm being quick, but Gemini was right. AI wins. I mean, there's a chance it could not be the house. But you're telling me, no, that's the house, man. That's the house. Boy. Oh, we got a dirt bike. All right, that's the house. We're good to go. All right, we're heading back, but I did just want to point out the notification I just got on my phone. I think I might be the first person in the world to have gotten this notification while standing on the set of Pluribus. So that's it. Behind me is the Pluribus house. I'm here to tell the internet it is not Hank's house. The system worked. AI found this set. My name's Carl Chandler. Follow me on crustworthy.com. Thanks for watching.